Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at Bidu on the daily, weekly, monthly time frame using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So Bidu had a rip session today, maybe a possible short squeeze just to get this thing higher, get some longs on board. Maybe somebody needs to distribute some shares up here, so they needed to get this thing going so someone can dump in their face and get the hell out of this thing. I mean, it went from 155 or back to 189, and the possibility of this thing hitting the 200. If it gets up into this pivot, I would definitely start to add some shorts. We did add a short position today just for a quick day trade, because on this resistance, unless this thing gaps up tomorrow and goes, then we'll just stop out and say, hey, we gave it a shot. But we fill the gap here, then we'll talk. But let me tell you, you come up into this trend line, and this one goes all the way back, connect that right into it, the 750 and the gap window, and the even number of 190 or so. You got to put your, you got to put a short on. You have to, as a technical trader. So, and there's really no reason this one should be shooting up. I mean, in 3 days it went from 170 to 190, a $20 move. Bullish consolidation? Nah, not really. I mean, you had an up move, retrace, chopping around, and then all of a sudden, boom. But you had Bidu going, you had Netflix going, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Baba. You have all these ones that everybody loves, and now everyone's chasing. So you got chasing, you probably got short squeezing. You had really good volume in here today. So I want to see another good day of volume and another push. If this thing doesn't, comes right back in, I think look out below. We need to get above the 190 area, fill the gap, and then 200. We get around there, you can add more shorts. So if you went short here, you can add here up here as well. If you're adding shorts here, this thing comes in, just take the profit and run in these stocks. It's crazy. Weekly, same thing. You have the 750 retrace. A lot of times, I mean, you had great resistance right up in here around 185, and this thing just ripped right through it. Someone has a mission, somebody bought some calls, and someone needs to make money. Definitely happening here in Bidu. But we have a trend line down there, and I showed you the trend line up here as well. But we keep making lower highs, so that's a little bit concerning. If you take this one right here, that's the same trend line I have in the daily. We're right there in the price, even number. Let's see if we can continue up. If this is the stop, if this is where it stops, I think we're going to turn around and start heading right back down. But we do have some support with the MAs. We have a gap fill. We have the move. We have the upper upsloping trend line down in here around 155, 156. So either way, we're just kind of chopping around, making a pie chart here, and eventually we'll see which way this thing goes. If you need it, if you're more bullish, you want it to get above this trend line and confirm, and then I think we're heading here. Then ultimately, we could get back up into the 220 area or something like that. But then we're starting to make higher highs again, or lower or higher lows, or higher highs, whatever that is. We get above this, that's a pivotal point for this one, Bidu. Monthly chart, same trend line. They pushed it above this 20 MA. They had to. So someone's out there doing something. Volume's disappearing. We are in an inside bar kind of choppy, sloppy pattern. Let's see if we could get above this trend line in the next couple days or by the end of the week. Then I think we can shoot for the $200 level on Bidu. Again, don't chase up here. Let it pull back if you want to go long. If you are long, start tightening up those stops. If we get around 200, you want to definitely tighten up the stops. If it gets above there, starts going to the 209 or this breakdown bar right around 213, 214, you definitely want to tighten those stops up even further. If you're bearish, you want to get back below the 20 MA, nice reversal candle, and then I think we can recapture the 165 and then possibly start going lower. Again, everything's going to be a market trade. If the SPY, the IWM, the Q start breaking down, this will break down with it. So right now with the light volume, 49 million on the SPY, this is what they're doing. They're trying to make money. People are in here to make money. And when you have a big institutional buying on volume and squeezing and everything else, this is what's happening. I mean, come on, a 6% move in one day, and actually about more about a 20% move, 15% move or so in 3 days. Come on, stocks just can't withstand moves like this, 90-degree moves. It's just not healthy. You want to see these things grind. Like this wasn't too bad, but this grind up, unbelievable. But again, like I said, we took a short. Going to be in and out, hopefully. You know, we're not looking for a lot. We're just looking for maybe a buck or two. Good enough for us. All right, that's Bidu. Hopefully you enjoyed this chart. If you have any questions or comments, send it to me at stockbookie@gmail.com. Again, thanks for watching the video. God bless. See you on the charts.